Sova Health has the heart care you need to stay healthy. As a Duke Health affiliate in heart care, they are backed by the latest Duke guidelines and research, providing our community with enhanced quality health care. Whether it's cardiac screening or emergency heart care at their accredited chest pain center, they provide quality treatment close to home. Sova Health, heart care to live your healthiest life. Visit online at sovahealth.com/heart.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Grant Center here for today's doubleheader hoops on this Tuesday evening in Danville. The Cougars men's basketball team and the women's basketball team are set to tip off. First game is at 5 p.m. Second game is at 7:30. We're on hand for the first game here, and the Averett University Cougars coming in at 9-3 will take on the 4-9 Randolph Wildcats. Randolph looking for their first win in conference play. The Cougars 2-1 and winners of their last two games. They had a very weird situation on the 10th of January, just 4 days ago, against Virginia Wesleyan, a team that was receiving votes in the top 25. The Cougars were up in that game 47-43, but then condensation on the floor caused the game to be suspended. And so they'll resume that game, under 10 minutes left in that one. It'll be interesting to see when that will be scheduled. But for now, the Cougars will be taking on Randolph, looking to extend their winning streak to 3. Obviously coming off of that huge win against number 2 Randolph-Macon. That miracle shot by Tomias Bracey. A three-pointer to give the Cougars the lead with 8 seconds left. They were ultimately able to get the stop on the other end and close out the deal. This is a Cougars team that is looking to prove people wrong. Weren't picked very high in the conference, but right now sitting at 9-3 and looking to get to 10-3 right here tonight. So let's send it down to public address announcer Drew Wilson for the starting lineup and the national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to Averett University and the Grant Center for tonight's men's basketball matchup featuring the Wildcats of Randolph College taking on your Cougars of Averett University. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise and honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups first for the visitors from Randolph. A first-year guard from Newport News, Virginia, number 0, Kevion Tucker. A first-year guard out of Clifton Forge, Virginia, number 4, Chase DeCrease. A junior forward from Galax, Virginia, number 13, Elijah Cox. A first-year guard out of Summit, Virginia, number 24, Khalil Cable. And a sophomore forward out of Amelia Courthouse, Virginia, number 33, Stacy Bird. Head coach for the Wildcats in the second season is Evan Key. And now let's meet and greet the starting lineup for your Averett University Cougars. At guard, a sophomore from Richmond, Virginia, number 2, Tomias Bracey. At guard, a sophomore from Greensboro, North Carolina, number 3, Jackson Sellers. At guard, a sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 4, Mason Mitchell. At forward, a freshman from Columbia, South Carolina, number 11, Tyler Stevens. And at forward, a sophomore from Asheville, North Carolina, number 24, Zach Scogan. Head coach of the Cougars in his 12th season.
And there you go. There's your starting lineups as we are just about set here to tip off. If you're just joining us, welcome. My name is Thomas Heaney III here on the Averett Sports Network on Flow College. And the Cougars are in pursuit of their 10th victory on the season and trying to win their 3rd straight. They got the big win against Randolph-Macon, number 2 team in the country, last week. Had a game suspended in between this one, Virginia Wesleyan. They'll resume that one later this season. But the main focus right now is going to be on Randolph. This is an 0-4 team in the conference, 4-9 overall. But as they say, there are no easy games in the ODAC. And so you might look at this and see a winless team in the conference. But everybody can compete in the ODAC. And so this one shaping up to be a good one, as Zach Scogan and Stacy Bird, 2 centers, will line it up here to tip off. Cougars in white, Randolph in black. And we are underway here in the Grant Center, and Wildcats will start off with the ball first. Avion Tucker, the point guard, getting the start here today. Randolph has 5 players this season averaging double digits. So they like to space out the scoring as Tucker moves it inside, kicks it to the corner. First shot of the night is up and no good. And the rebound to Scogan. Scogan back over to Mitchell and into the hands of Bracey. Bracey, the hero last week, went viral for his game-winning shot against Randolph-Macon. It's been more than that for Bracey this season. Boy, he has just had a sensational year, averaging 28 minutes per game, 13.5 points. As into the paint goes Sellers, back out to Bracey. Bracey, long-range three-pointer. That one's off, but the rebound to Scogan. And now a turnover back the other way. Three out of the 5 Cougars who start are in over double figures, as Bracey with 13.5 and Sellers with 15. That one's off. Rebound to Stevens, and he gets it back over to Scogan. Good crowd here tonight on hand at the Grant Center. Looks like the baseball team out there on the left side of your screen, packing up the stands. Sellers back up top to Bracey. He's got 7. Bracey makes a move inside. He loses it. And it's picked up there by Capel. Over to Capel now. Still scoreless here, 2 minutes through, as Capel let it fly. That one is off. And letting it go out of bounds wisely there is Sellers. Averett cheer team out there as well, as we welcome back all students back onto campus here for the spring semester. Today is the first day of classes. And so good to see the students coming out here and supporting the basketball team. Getting it inside here to Tyler Stevens, and he's able to put it in. Stevens with a nice easy lay, and the Cougars have our first basket of the night. And now this one's going to go out of bounds, forcing a turnover there. Cougars defense has really turned up their intensity, only allowing 60 points to Randolph-Macon in their last game. You're going to exclude the game against Longwood. Ooh, there goes Bracey inside off the back iron, no good. If we're going to exclude that matchup they had against Longwood, Division I school, the Cougars haven't given up more than 80 points in a game this season. Defense has been swarming. The offense has been humming. As we'll see, Terrell Fitzgerald gets set to check in for the first sub of the night. Kick it out, corner, Bracey 3. No good, and the rebound goes to the Wildcats. So a slow start here for Tomias Bracey. As now we'll see Josh Seiler set to check in. There's Stacy Bird, haven't called his name yet, but the tallest player on the floor, standing at 6'8". 10 seconds to work with, inside to Bird. Bird working, pops, and misses that one, and the rebound to Stevens. So Randolph still without a field goal here in the first half. Mitchell makes his move back over to Scogan and up top to Bracey. Gracie barks out some orders, gets a screen from Scogan, moves inside, kicks it to the corner. Stevens with 7, loses it, and it's a turnover. Picked up by the Wildcats. Here comes Tucker, back out, 3-point shot. In and out, and the offensive rebound goes to the Wildcats, puts up that shot. That's not going to go. And there is a lid on that basket right now for Randolph. Still scoreless, 5 minutes through the first half, is now a foul on the floor. And it looks like we're going to have a media timeout. So 15:46 left in the first half. First timeout of the night. Only 2-0 here. Both teams struggling to score the basketball. Cougars have a slight edge. And we are back here in the Grant Center. The Cougars with a 2-0 lead. Slow start for both squads. What a start it's been for the Cougars, looking to finish strong here. We're about halfway through the season. Averett had a strong start last year, didn't finish well. Looking to flip the script here in 2026. Baseline inbound here for Averett. As we'll see, almost, an entirely different unit here as the entire bench comes in. Very odd. Not odd, rather, but a little bit uncharacteristic for the Cougars. Seiler lets it fly. He got it. It's a three-pointer for Josh Seiler. And the Averett bench off to a hot start. That's Blair Crumby into the game. On-ball defense there. Working with Kofi Williams. Josh Seiler, as mentioned. Terrell Fitzgerald and Isaiah Ramazani, as that ball is out of bounds. It'll stay here with Randolph. Cougars do have 3 games in the next 4 days, and so got to think Coach DeWino, a part of making this decision to switch out the entire bench this early into the game is to try to give some of those guys rest. And now a turnover going back the other way. But you look at it, Eastern Mennonite on the 17th. That's in 3 days. And then Guilford on the 21st. Both of those games on the road. Cougars not going to be back home for 13 days. Let's take on Hampton-Sydney. So looking to squeeze out yet another home victory here. Averett has not lost in the Grant Center this season. Creating one of the best home court advantages in the conference. Seiler pump fakes. Pushes it in. Kobe. Josh Seiler with the mid-range bucket. And it's a 7-0 Averett lead, and the bench has really provided some boost here for the Cougs. The Wildcats have a basket in them. It's been over 6 minutes. DePriest back over to Tucker. Tucker working against Ramazani with 10. Nice screen there from Bird. Tucker, logo 3, in and out. And the rebound over to the Cougars, and a nice play there to keep it alive by Seiler. Seiler into the corner to Fitzgerald. And boy, this bench has got some big-time energy here. Fitzgerald, Defensive Player of the Week honors this season for the ODAC. Sets a nice off-ball screen for Seiler. Doesn't pull it. 7 to work with. Seiler dribbles. 5. Seiler up to Ramazani. Ramazani gets fouled. That is just a horrendous foul. 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and Averett's gonna have to pull a heave, and instead now they get 14, or it's NBA rules, 20 seconds left on the shot clock, and an inbound here from the hash. Ramazani takes a breath here. Works against Tucker. Back over to Blair Crumby. Crumby, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Kofi Williams will pick up the foul, and it'll go back the other way. Jackson Sellers into the game. And so an Averett starter returns. 13:27 left here in the first half, and the Wildcats still with a big goose egg on the scoreboard. Avion Tucker had some bad luck, a couple in and out threes. How about this one? Off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, though, to Elijah Cox. Randolph cannot buy a bucket right here. 13 minutes left. Can they get it? That one's off. Offensive rebound, and now it goes in. After 7 minutes of scoreless basketball, Randolph Wildcats have their first basket. And their defense has been keeping them in it. You'd think 7 minutes of no baskets, this game might be out of hand. It's only a 5-point game. Fitzgerald into the middle here. To Sellers. Sellers, ooh, nice separation. Basket. Jackson Sellers, nice little step back mid-range shot there. Cougars have started to work those middies a little bit more after that first time out. Inside the paint here. Tough shot, gets it in. Elijah Cox there, the junior out of Mille Lacs, Virginia. And now the pace starting to pick up just a little bit here. Baskets on consecutive possessions. Fitzgerald, top of the key. That is off and out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Averett, but I might disagree with that one. It's going to be a timeout on the floor. 11:55 left in the first half. You're watching the Averett Sports Network on Flow College. We'll be right back. Nine to 4 in favor of the Cougs early on here in this first half. Randolph just 2 of 12 from the field, shooting 16%. Rebounds in favor of Averett, 8 to 6. But it's just kind of been a little bit of a slow start here for both sides. Coach Duino in his 12th season at Averett, winningest Averett men's basketball head coach in history. And Evan Key, second season head coach for Randolph College Wildcats. Facing it off here tonight in Danville. As we mentioned, it's a Wednesday night doubleheader, so stay with us after the game as the Averett women's basketball team will be tipping off as well. So here we go, back in action here. And Avion Tucker with the ball. It's back over to Bird. Bird and Scogan, and now an offensive foul called against Avion Tucker. Illegal screen called, and back we go to Averett.
Second personal, team's third.
Third team foul here for the Wildcats. And Jalen Chambers getting ready to come into the game here for the first time as Ramazani, big burst of speed. Ramazani, nice pass out. Mitchell, three-point shot is off, and the rebound goes to Sellers. Offensive rebound here, second chance opportunity. Sellers to the baseline. Oh my goodness! Sellers almost stole a soul, and he is fouled. Oh, wow. He'll be heading to the line to shoot too, but he had nastier things on his mind there. So Sellers, 2 free throws coming up here. First one is true. 65% free throw shooter here on the season. But I've said it before, I've been watching recently. Sellers has been so good at the line. I'm not trying to announce or jinx him here, but goes 2 of 2 there. He had a game, can't pinpoint which one it was, but he went like 11 of 12 or something like that from the line. It was crazy. He's really been boosting up that free throw percentage all year, so the numbers don't even really do him justice. As now Wildcats will take the ball down 11-4. Big screen from Bird to the wing. That one's off, and it's going to go back the other way. An offensive foul called on the floor.
Randolph foul touch number 33, Stacey Bird. That is his first, team's fifth.
It's going to go against Bird after the Cox 3. So the Cougars with the ball here. Jalen Chambers into the game. Scogan up top. Scogan out. Chambers, 3, fading away. He got it. Right in front of the big crowd there as Jalen Chambers, the sharpshooter, off the bench and doing what he does best. That's knocking down big-time threes. The largest lead of the night so far, it's 10. Here's a 3. That one's off. Cox, the rebound. And back up top to Camden Tucker, trying to find Cox. And he can't. He's going to go back up top. Parsons got it. Victor Parson there is able to connect. And we are now halfway through this first half. Averett up by 8. 10 minutes left. Sellers moving inside, double teamed. And all the way back up to Chambers. Chambers to Mitchell. Mitchell, spin move. Keeps the pivot, back to Sellers. Sellers goes left. Fade away. Shot is good. As he gives a look to the bench there, the Wildcats. Nice shot there from Jackson Sellers. Lead back up to 10. Now we're going to get a foul away from the ball. I believe this one's going to go against Averett and Zach Scogan.
His first personal, team second.
Now getting it in with 20 on the clock. Nice defense there from Scogan, and getting the rebound there is Jalen Chambers. Averett, terrific defense here. Mitchell lets it fly. That's off. Tyler Stevens the rebound. Back out to Chambers. Chambers in the lane. And he's fouled. Or was he? Might have been out of bounds. Yeah, it's going to be out of bounds, so no foul on the floor. I've mentioned it a few times in this game, but the crowd here tonight, incredible. That's what winning does. This is a 9-3 team now, coming off one of their biggest victories in program history. Students are showing out here for the Cougs tonight. Largest crowd of the season. Fadeaway shot is good. Ooh, Jackson Sellers has got that midi working here tonight. And Averett really starting to put their foot on the gas as they lead 18-6. What do the Wildcats have for an answer? James Jr. over to Baroon. Just nowhere to go. Running around in circles. There's nothing open, but oh my gosh. TJ James Jr. doesn't care. See, it's that shot. And cuts it back to 10. Can't play any better defense there. Good defense, just better offenses. Chambers now dribble it around as Tobias Bracey and Josh Seiler get set to check back in. Chambers inside, almost a turnover, picked up by Scogan. Out to the wing, Mitchell. Mitchell rises and gets the layup to go. And Averett has really found their stroke on offense here. They've got 20. Fitzgerald also getting ready to come into the game. Malik Ware is on the scorer's table. Haven't seen much of him this season. It'll be cool to see him get a chance. 7 seconds to work with. James Jr. turns it over. It's picked off by Stevens. Stevens runs the break. Stevens Euro step. Gets it to go on the tip in. Not sure who had it. It was either Scogan or Mitchell. But Averett has really put their foot on the gas here. 22-8. Big lead in the first half for the Cougs. 7:25 left. We'll take a quick break and rejoin you here in just a few moments. Getting ready to come out of the timeout here as Cougars have opened up a big lead here over the Wildcats. 14 is the largest of the night. We'll see what Coach Evan Key of Randolph College has in store here to try to mount a comeback. It's been the offense that's really been the issue here tonight. Just haven't been able to find some efficient scoring. James Jr. in the corner. He needs it, and he misses, but a foul. And I believe that's going to be 3 free throws coming up here for TJ James Jr. They're going to get Bracey, and I believe it is going to be 3 free throws. So James Jr. will step up here and shoot 3, where he shoots 73% on the season. Sophomore guard out of Virginia Beach. He's got 2. Nice free throw shooting there from James Jr. He's got all 3 of them. Cuts the lead down to 11. Bracey scoreless here so far. He's played just a few minutes. Out top, Seiler for 3. That's off. Nice tip rebound there to keep it alive by Scogan. And Bracey resets. Oh, loses a defender. Bracey out to the corner. Let me tell you something. Watching Tobias Bracey dribble, man, it's Kyrie-esque. He's had a few games here where he's dropped his defender or just shaking him away from him. Newly into the game is Malik Ware, freshman forward out of Washington, Georgia. The Lise McRae transfer. Interesting. Lise McRae out there in Banner Elk, North Carolina, out in the mountains. And so Malik getting a shot here in the first half. Bracey. Isolation into the corner. Scogan lets it rip. Misses that one, and a rebound goes to Baroon. And then simultaneously, Terrell Fitzgerald picks up the quick foul. Chance here for the Wildcats to cut it under 10. As Capel dribbling inside. Capel's denied. Offensive rebound, though, stay here. James Jr. Shot clock doesn't reset, so he's only got 10 to work with. Inside, Cox. Can't get it, and Fitzgerald comes down with it. Looking to run the pace. Ware up top. Bracey lines it up and misses it off the front iron. Inside the paint here. Can't get the friendly bounce, and picked up there by Seiler. Bracey inside the paint. High off the glass and misses. And now both teams struggling to score the basketball here. Up top, three-pointer. They need it. They get it. Aiden Baroon. And just like that, it is an 8-point game. Nice run here by the Wildcats. Bracey's doubled, loses it, and it'll stay here. They say it's off of, I believe, number 12, Barson. Fresh lineup out here for the Cougs. Mason Mitchell, Ramazani, inside, Stevens, blocked, why not another, misses it again. Mitchell gets the rebound, shot clock will reset, back out, Mitchell, three, can't get it to go, and Averett has really struggled to shoot the ball here in the last few minutes. Barone gets the rebound, out to James Jr., spin move, James Jr. can't get it. And tough rebound there by Stevens, taking it away from Bird. Good sportsmanship there by Bird to pick him up. As Mitchell now throws it. Ware inside, looking for a basket, and Ware puts it in. Malik Ware with a big boy bucket. And gets the lead back up to 10. Inside, that's off, and the rebound to Ware. So Malik Ware putting in some good minutes here off the bench. Ramazani inside, high off the glass, can't get it to go. And the rebound goes to Bird. .345 left here in the first half. Wildcats hanging around despite their really bad shooting splits. Now inside the paint. Oh, wow, what a beauty. TJ James Jr. got this run started with that three-point attempt that he was fouled on, banged all three free throws, and cut the lead from 14 to 8. Right now it's 8. And Mitchell, Ware is wide open in the corner. Really sagging on Malik Ware there in the corner. We'll see if they get it to him. Instead, Sellers will let it rip off the glass, no good. Under 3 minutes left here. Inside to Bird. Risky pass. It's picked off. Taken by Ware. Ware runs the break. Inside the paint. He goes to the rack. Misses. Mitchell. Tip in. Can't get it to go. And, oh, boy, now we've got an injury, and it's Bird. And you just hate to see that. I was just talking about how Bird helped up Tyler Stevens after he was down on the ground. And now it's Bird laying on the floor, and hopefully it's just a cramp, but we'll see. We'll be right back after the break. And we are back here with Elijah Cox on the inbound and an 8-point deficit for the Wildcats. See TJ James bringing the ball up, and he has been the spark plug here, trying to mount this comeback. Averett looking to hold him off. James Jr. against Mitchell. James Jr. one-on-one, moves inside, puts up the shot. That's way off. Wow. And the rebound to Tyler Stevens. Two minutes left here in the first half. Ramazani inside. Pump fake. Kicks it out to Ware. Back to the wing. Mitchell. Mitchell. Hop step. Jump. Shot is in. Beauty shot there from Mason Mitchell. Lead back up to 10 points. Getting it inside the paint here. Cox against Mitchell. And Mitchell jumped. And he's going to pick up the foul, much to the dismay of Coach DeWino. As he claps his hands in frustration. Cox will shoot a couple of free throws here. Hasn't been great from the line this season, just 65% on 35 attempts. Hits that first free throw. Averett is 5-1 in their matchups against Randolph College in their program history. Cougars won the first 5, but lost last year in double overtime, 97-95. Looking to get some revenge. Oh my goodness! Wow, what a shot there from TJ James Jr. Boy, has he been good in this first half, and he's got the Wildcats back within 6. This was a 22-8 game. Now it's 26-20. Sellers looking to be the answer. Moving it inside. He's fouled. Can't get the N1, but he'll have 2 free throws.
Randolph now charge number 4, Chase DePriest. That's his first. Team 6th.
Chase DePriest will pick up the foul. And we'll have Sellers back at the line to shoot 2. He's 2 of 2 so far tonight. one is right off the rim, no good. And Sellers goes 1 of 2 at the line. Substitution coming on. It's going to be Scogan. And with 1:03 left here in the first half, TJ James Jr. gets the ball. He's working against Ramazani. He's been the best player on the floor in the last 5 minutes. Inside to Cox. Cox and Stevens. Cox can't get it. And the rebound staying here with Barone. And back over in the middle to Parson. Parson kicks to James Jr. James Jr. has got 10 on the clock. He loses it. It's on the ground. And I believe this one's going to be a jump ball. The possession arrow pointing towards Averett. Interesting. On the scores table, it's pointing the other way, but here we go. Timeout on the floor. Cougars 27-20, 32.3 left here in the first half. We'll take a quick break and join you for the conclusion of the first half in just a moment. Two-second differential between the shot and the game clock here. As Jackson Sellers brings it up. Averett up by 7. They're led by as much as 14 here in the first half. Looking to finish out strong. Sellers with 10. Gets a screen from Scogan. Inside the paint, Scogan rises and finishes. 7 seconds left. They got to get it in. Now it's out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Wildcats, but now only 5.1 seconds to work with. Substitution coming on is going to be Parson. And so plenty of time here to get the ball at least past half court and get a reasonable shot. We'll see how much pressure Averett brings here. They've got Tyler Stevens up defending the inbound, trying to get it into Parsons. Now gets it in. 4 seconds. 3. Looking to do something with it here. Shot is up. It'll count if it goes, and it does. What a shot there from Khalil Capel. And puts a capper on this first half. It's 29-22. Boy, we've seen some crazy heroics at the buzzer in the last few games here at the Grant Center. It'll send us to the halftime break, and the Cougars up by 7. We'll rejoin you in about 10 minutes. The Averett Sports Network. Supporting the basketball team. Getting it inside here to Tyler Stevens. Odd, rather, but a little bit uncharacteristic for the Cougars. Seiler lets it fly. He got it. Is in the conference. Seiler pump fakes. Pushes it in. Kobe. Scogan up top. Scogan out. Chambers. 3. Fading away. He got it. Back to Sellers. Sellers goes left. Fade away. Shot is good. Dribbling. Inside. Capel.
Sova Health has the heart care you need to stay healthy. As a Duke Health affiliate in heart care, they are backed by the latest Duke guidelines and research, providing our community with enhanced quality health care. Whether it's cardiac screening or emergency heart care at their accredited chest pain center, they provide quality treatment close to home. Sova Health, heart care to live your healthiest life. Visit online at sovahealth.com/heart.
And here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomas Heaney III on hand as the Cougars lead 29-22. It was a tale of 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes dominated by Averett, and then the last 10 minutes, Randolph was able to come back a little bit. Averett led by as much as 14. The lead got cut down to 6, and it stands at 7 right now. Take a look at some of the first half stats as TJ James Jr. leads all scorers with 10 points. He went 3 of 5 from the field, but 3 of 3 at the line and 1 of 1 at the three-point line. As for the Cougars, Jackson Sellers had 9 points. Good to see him getting going. And it was a really rough first half for star guard Tomias Bracey. 0 points and 0 of 5 from the field. Didn't get to the line either. So Tomias, who's had such a great season this year, averaging 13 points per game, look to get going here in the second half and hopefully cruise to an Averett W. They have not lost yet at the Grant Center this season. Looking to continue that right here. Wildcats will start out with the ball. We saw an incredible, improbable shot at the end of the half by number 24, Khalil Capel. There's 2 guys on the ground now. Back out to the corner to Bird. Good to see him back in the game. Cox gets it to go. Bird went down with that injury in the first half, and now he'll start out in the second half. Looks like he's all ready to go. Bracey inside, the lob. This one is off, and Scogan picks it up but loses it. And now, oh my gosh, going back the other way, inside to nobody. Out of bounds, out of Cougars' possession there. And so it'll be Cox on the inbound. A little bit of a sloppy start here to the second half for both squads. Avion Tucker looking for a better first half as well. 0 points in that first half, 0 of 3 from the field. So both point guards, Tucker and Bracey, scoreless in the game. Back out. Capel loses his defender inside the paint. Can't get it to go, and the rebound to Mitchell. Mitchell runs it. Stops and surveys the defense. Now it's Bracey. Working against DePriest. Inside the paint, layup is good. Mason Mitchell gets on the board, and the lead back up to 7. DePriest back up top. Here's a shot from Capel off the front iron, way off, and the rebound into the hands of Averett. And Bracey, 2 minutes have come and gone. Here's Mitchell's 3. Offensive rebound, Averett, and the shot is good. Tyler Stevens, a monster on the glass as he continues his dominance. Bird now with the ball. Inside, Capel rising up and getting it in. Oh, baby. Capel. Such a slow offensive start in this game, first half. Seen some offense pick up here, especially early on here in the second. Scogan up top. Jackson Sellers, Averett's leading scorer on the season and in the night, and it's picked off. Capel, 2-on-1. Not in his favor. Oh, wow. That's an interesting shot. That's off, and now it goes back into the hands of Averett. Bracey into the corner, up top. Sellers has it knocked away. Capel had 2-on-1, but it was not the 2-on-1 you think. It was 2 Averett defenders against him. Still put up the shot. Into the corner, DePriest. Off, and Averett secures the board. Bracy looking to get his first basket of the night. Scoreless up to this point. Bracy inside, back out to Mitchell. Over to Stevens with 7 to work with. Stevens crossover, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling over his own feet, and it goes out of bounds. And another turnover here for the Cougars. So Bracy, Scogan, and Mitchell will all take a seat, as well as Tyler Stevens. Blair Crumby, Fitzgerald, Seiler, Ramazani, Chambers, all out there for the Cougars. Correction, every Averett starter now out of the game. So now all 5 bench players. Getting it inside. Cox got it. Getting a little bit dangerous here as the Cougars now only lead 33-28. This was a 22-8 game at one point. Nice floppy there to Chambers. Chambers moving it inside. Layup is good, and give him a free throw as well. Jalen Chambers, and one. The foul called against Elijah Cox. It'll send us to a media timeout. Free throw coming up when we return. Jalen Chambers getting the Cougars on the board here. Jalen Chambers freshly into the game and on the board with an N1 opportunity here.
Number 5, Jalen Chambers at the line for 1 shot.
Chambers a 61% free throw shooter on the season, but only 13 attempts. And he gets it to go. So the Cougars now get their lead back up to 8. And into the hands of Tucker, still scoreless. Both Averett point guards really struggling to get on the board. To James Jr. inside the paint, but it's stolen. Taken away by Chambers into Crumby. Crumby hesitates, spin moves, spinorama outside to Ramazani. And back to Crumby. Slowing it down here with under 17 seconds on the shot clock. Crumby makes his move, inside, pump fake, shot is off, and DePriest gets it. Le'Veon Tucker, crossover, Tucker into the paint, floater is short. Offensive rebound though by Randolph, that's off, and now Averett secures it. That was Donahue who had that shot, he's off of the bench. Cougars looking to get their lead back into double figures. Chambers, good screen there by Fitzgerald. Chambers inside, got it. Jalen Chambers with a little finesse inside the paint. And a 5-0 run by Averett. Good defense, and are they going to call a foul? Well, Ramazani's going to get the foul there. I just disagree. as well as Coach Duino does of Averett. Elijah Cox, the inbounder. Up top here, Avion Tucker, what has he got? Kicks it to James with 14. James Jr. in the paint, got it. Oh, baby. What a shot there again. 12 now for TJ James Jr. He's been outstanding here tonight. Josh Seiler lets it fly. And Ramazani rises up for the rebound, puts it up, he's fouled. Hustle play there from Isaiah Ramazani. Keeping the play alive, and he'll earn himself 2 free throws.
Number 14, Isaiah Ramazani at the line for 2 shots.
Isaiah Ramazani, the junior guard out of High Point, connects on the first one. This is Ramazani's 12th game he's appeared in. He's had 3 starts. Makes the second, goes 2 of 2.
Number 11, Tyler Stevens, back up to the Cougars.
Tyler Stevens will come in. Blair Crumby will take a seat. So it's Stevens, Chambers, Ramazani, Seiler, and Fitzgerald all out on the floor for the Cougars as Chambers tries to steal it. It's picked back up. Cox working against Stevens. Crossover back up top. Cougars defense is really turning up the heat here. 10 seconds on the shot clock, moving it inside the paint. Here's Bird, but it's blocked. Josh Seiler moves it in. Fitzgerald wants a lob. Instead, out to Ramazani. His three-pointer is off. Whoa, my gosh. Almost a putback dunk there. Really close to a highlight play there, but doesn't happen. And we'll have an inbound here for Randolph College. A lot going on that play there as Bird's shot was blocked into the transition. Ramazani's shot missed, and then we almost had the highlight of all highlights on that putback dunk attempt. All in all, it's a 10-point game with 12:38 left here in the second half. Cox is just fumbling it all over the place here, and now I believe we're going to get a whistle against Averett. It's going to go against Terrell Fitzgerald. Just a reminder here, the Averett women's basketball team will be tipping off in about an hour as soon as the conclusion of this game's over. Get some time to warm up, and they'll get set to go. Here's a three-point shot. Off. Ramazani gets it. Ramazani, full head of steam to Seiler. Seiler, hop step, jumper is off, and Bird fights for it. Stevens gets it. Stevens rises up and puts it in. Tyler Stevens gets on the board. Timeout on the floor. We will take it with them. Averett still in control of this one. They're up by 12 with 12:11 left. Inbound coming up here for Randolph College. Team that enters tonight at 4-9 and 0-4 in the ODAC, looking for their first conference victory. Averett's looking to keep the good times going. Haven't lost at home and looking to get their 10th win of the season. Pass into the corner. There's Capel. He'll pull it. Off. Fight for the board. Over to Stevens. Wildcats have had a couple of runs here. Haven't gotten closer than 5. Sellers into the paint. Bumping. Gets the foul. Can't get the bucket, but he'll get 2 shots at the line.
Randolph now charge number 24 for Locato. That is his second personal, team's 3rd. Timeout on the floor.
How about another timeout? 42-30. We'll take another one and rejoin you guys in just a moment. Back in action we go. 11:37 left here in the game.
Number 3, Jackson Sellers at the line for the Cougars.
And Jackson Sellers will have 2 free throws at the line right here to try to get this lead back up to 14. And Sellers goes 1 of 2. I do want to correct myself real quick. I mentioned that Averett hasn't lost at home. They lost their first game of the season against St. Mary's. It's been a while for the Cougars, but I did forget about that one, so my apologies. Cougars are 6-1 at home, though, looking to make it 7-1. Here they go inside the paint, into the corner. 13-point lead. And Tucker looking to get on the board. Ooh, awfully close to a travel. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Capel inside, Barone back out to the corner, Bird. Off, and Averett almost comes down with it. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. Both players refusing to let go of it. And I believe this one is going to go to the Cougars.
Number 4, Mason Mitchell back for the Cougars.
Mason Mitchell back into the game and inbounding for Averett. Into the hands of Ramazani as we dip under 11 minutes left here in the game. Mitchell trying to set free. He does. Back over to Ramazani. Off-ball screen to Sellers, into the paint. Stevens banging down low, working against Bird. Bird has the height advantage. Out to Ramazani, 5 to work with. Isaiah inside. And it's going to be a foul. Or excuse me, jump ball, but obviously we just had a jump ball, so now it'll go the other way. Just waiting for one of these teams to make a move. In the case of Averett, if they're able to go on a little bit of run, they can put this game away. Randolph College is still within striking distance, despite Game not going their way so far, as now Ramazani's going to pick up another foul as he pats his chest and says, "My bad, guys." Second personal foul for Isaiah, fourth team foul for the Cougars, as getting a little bit closer to entering the bonus are the Wildcats. TJ James Jr. over to Capel. Inside to Cox. Cox banging down low with Ramazani. Oh, he's got a height advantage. Cox inside, gets the friendly bounce. 11-point lead for the Averett Cougars as the women's team comes out, getting ready to warm up for their game at 7:30. Wednesday night doubleheader. Doesn't get much better than this in town. Sellers is fouled on the dribble. And we do thank everyone for tuning in here tonight. If you're tuning in for tonight's game, make sure you tune in for the second one as well. Averett women's basketball team has just done so good at home this year. Really must-see TV. Mason Mitchell, we're under 10 minutes left in the game as the Cougars looking to hold on. Up top, Stevens lets it rip and connects. Tyler Stevens gets the basket, and Averett really needed that. It's been a while since they've seen a three-pointer go down. Capel over to Cox. Cox had their last basket, misses, and Bracey comes down with it. Bracey runs the break. Bracey, over to Scogan, and it goes out of bounds. Just hasn't been Tamias Bracey's night. Superstar point guard for the Cougars. He's been playing some really good ball recently. Still a lot of time left in this game, though, to get right. Capel has it, working against Mitchell. Inside, whoa, Cox. And yeah, that's going to be an offensive foul. As Elijah Cox there, just a little bit too rough down there in the paint, pushing Stevens down to the ground, who is in full legal guarding position. Jalen Chambers enters, Tamias Bracey exits. Cox will take a seat. And into the hands of Jalen Chambers. Got a really good first half. Got a three-pointer and an N1. Corner three-point shot is short. And picked up there by Avion Tucker. Tucker to Capel, back out to James Jr. Stumbles with it, spins out of it, and now he's got a one-on-one with Jalen Chambers. 15 to work with. James Jr. makes his move inside. It's blocked by Scogan. And here comes a fast break opportunity. Sellers behind the back, inside, gets fouled. So the fouls racking up here in the second half. That is the 6th team foul for the Wildcats, as they're one more from getting in the bonus. Another timeout on the floor. This one will be by Averett. Cougars lead 46-32. Don't go anywhere. We've got 8.5 minutes left here in the Grant Center. 2 free throws coming up here for Jackson Sellers, looking to extend the Cougars' lead. Averett shooting 78% at the line tonight, and that number is going to go down just a bit as Sellers misses the first free throw. Cougars dominating the rebound battle, 37 rebounds to Randolph's 23. And as we're just about ready to see the Wildcats offense, it has been rough tonight. 13 of 47 from the field. That's a 27% field goal percentage. Now it's taken away into the corner, back up to Scogan. Inside to Stevens, and Stevens puts it in, and one. Tyler Stevens a little shaken up after that one, but putting his body on the line for the boys as he gets a free throw opportunity here after sinking the layup. Now 7 fouls, and the Cougars are in the bonus. 8:22 left. Boy, that is a lot of time. And Stevens hits the N1 free throw there. It's a 3-point play, and now just like that, the lead is ballooned up to 18. Largest lead of the night. Cougars looking to put away Randolph. Barone over to James Jr. Spin move inside and a foul against Chambers, and that is the right call. Avion Tucker was going up for the shot. 2 free throws coming up here for Avion Tucker, a chance to get him in the stat sheet for the first time here tonight. Priest getting set to check back in, as well as Cox. 2 for 2 at the line there for Avion Tucker, the freshman guard out of Newport News, Virginia. Bird and James Jr. come out. DePriest and Cox come in. And if you're the Wildcats, it's got to start right now. You got under 8 minutes left here. Trying to mount a comeback. Cougars looking to put them away. Trying to keep it clean here down the stretch. Up top to Chambers. Pump fake. Back to Scogan. Scogan will give and go to Sellers. And now Sellers makes his move into the paint, loses it, and it's out of bounds off of Randolph College. And so the Cougars will have a possession here, but not going to be too long. Only 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Time for a pass and a pass. Got to get it in first, though. Now they do. Mitchell, Mason Mitchell, Hezzy, jump shot. Got it. And it's a 2-pointer for Mason Mitchell, but he buries it at the buzzer. Capel trying to set himself free. Cox now, a little hesitation, and it's taken away by Chambers. But a foul called on the floor, and I don't think you'll find a single person in this arena that's going to agree with that call. They're going to say Chambers reached. I think he just reached at the ball, but doesn't matter what I think. Randolph College will retain possession. Tucker working against Chambers. Mid-range shot is short. Averett looking to get their lead up to 20. A team that they lost to last season in double overtime. Chambers lays off, but a foul. And so more free throws coming up here for the Cougars. Wildcats just cannot stop fouling. That's their 8th team foul on the night. Chambers' first shot is good. He's had a really good night off the bench. I feel like I say it every night. that we do these Cougar basketball games, but anybody on any given night can give the Cougars some efficient scoring. Tonight, it's been Chambers. He's got 11 in just 10 minutes of work. Lead up to 20. Wildcats got to make something happen fast. That's not going to help as it's picked off, taken away by Chambers. Over to Stevens. Stevens back to Chambers. Loses it, keeps it alive. Top of the key, Scogan. And inside to Sellers. Sellers banging down low. That's a big body. Jackson Sellers and one. Off of the glass there and putting a defender on the ground. It's so interesting when you play a team that you played last season. You start to kind of measure yourself up. Well, where are we this year compared to last year? Well, like I said, Randolph College defeated this Averett team last year. And right now, Cougars are just giving it to them. It's 56-34 at the moment. Make it, nope, still 56. Out of bounds. They'll stay here with the Cougars. Good effort there by Scogan to keep it alive. But pure dominance here tonight. Scogan can't get it to go, and Cox tried to get the rebound, but Sellers squeaks out and gets it in. That is Jackson Sellers in a nutshell right there. He's working against a defender who is way bigger than him height-wise, but he's still able to come out with the rebound and the offensive bucket. Under 6 to play now. The lead is ballooned way up here. Here's a three-point shot by Cox. Can't get it. Mitchell the rebound, and it's going the other way. A foul called against DePriest. Man, like I said, we were in that awkward kind of stage there of that 10 to 13 point range, trying to figure out where this game might go. Well, Cougars lead by 24 now. And have more free throws coming up. 10 fouls by the Wildcats. And we still have 5 minutes and 53 seconds left to play. Sellers with 11 points here tonight. Make it 12. Or my correction, excuse me, 15 points. Make it 16. 5 of 7 from the field. He's shooting 71%, and that's been the most impressive part of Sellers' season this year is the field goal percentage. He's top 5 in the ODAC in that category. Just an efficient scorer. Not going to take shots he doesn't believe he can make. He goes 2 of 2 at the line there. Malik Ware freshly back into the game, the freshman. And Josh Seiler, Jackson Sellers takes a break. Mason Mitchell as well. That might be the last we see of those guys. With the lead now up to 26. Under 6 minutes to play. Let's see if Coach Duino just rides out the bench here. Into the paint, Tucker. He's fouled and gets the N1. Beautiful shot there from Avion Tucker. Hasn't been his night, but he's picked up the scoring a little bit here in the second half. He's gotten the line a few times, and you see right there a nice N1 free throw opportunity. Misses, and Malik Ware the rebound. Over to Chambers. Stevens. Nice pass. Ware not really respecting his three-point shot. Stevens gets a guy in the air, passes it over to Scogan. Scogan pumps, puts it in. Zach Scogan with a big boy bucket as he gets that one to go. It's 62-36, and this one's getting out of hand. Cox inside, he's fouled. Malik Ware picks up the foul as we'll have a substitution coming on here for the Cougars after the free throw. It's going to be Tylen Evans, the sophomore forward out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Starting to get towards that point in the game where Coach Duino is going to start putting in some guys that are on the back end of the bench. And Cougars have had a few blowout victories this season, and when they do that, as that one is off, and nice rebound there by Stevens. It's so interesting. Just keep your eye on the Averett bench because the starters stay so engaged and root for these guys, mostly the freshmen and the sophomores who don't get the opportunity to play, as Ware goes inside and misses the dunk. But whoa, wow, everybody was holding their breath there for a moment. Malik Ware trying to show off what he's got. But just a great sign of team chemistry and team morale. You can see everybody right now on the bench for the Cougars up. Here's a three-point shot, foul, 4-point play. Avion Tucker, stone cold. So Tucker, who mightily struggled in the first half, has turned on the burners here in the second. Tucker connects on the free throw. Sending into Chambers here, 62-41. Nice screen there from Evans, frees up Chambers. Out to Seiler. Screen by Stevens. Seiler almost loses it, tries to put it in, he can't. Rebound by Ware, and Ware goes up and he's fouled. Gotta love the energy there from Malik Ware. 8 points for Avion Tucker, by the way, in the second half. Malik Ware heads to the line. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line this season. And Ware's got 2 points tonight, make it 3. And just another good sign of a good team is when you start pulling guys from the bench who don't get to play that much, and they're really good. As Malik Ware misses the second. Some of these guys would be starters on most teams. Trapp tries to get it up. And over to Avion Tucker. But Tucker a little bit tardy as he couldn't bring the ball up. 10-second violation there. And it's going back the other way. As Bracey high-fives everyone on the bench. Making sure everybody gets some love, as Josh Seiler now will inbound it here from the hash. Tylen Evans back over to Chambers. Tylen Evans sets the screen. Chambers makes a move inside and one. Jalen Chambers, have a night. That's another and one opportunity for the sophomore guard out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Timeout on the floor. It's been all Cougars here in the second half as they are blowing this one up. It's 65-41, 3:54 left here in the second half. Cougars are cruising to their 10th victory on the season. We'll be right back. And Chambers will be at the line to shoot one here, following that N1 opportunity.
Checking in for the Cougars, number 30, Carter Cornett.
So Carter Cornett comes into the game, 66-41. The Cougars have emptied the bench here, almost. Going to close this one out. Tucker into the corner. Stutter steps. Tucker lost his footing. Oh boy, hope everything's all right there. The foul is going to go against Averett. And Avion Tucker back at the line, looking to get into double figures here in the second half. Scoreless in the first, and he's got 8, now 9. Tucker's got both. And he's up to 10. Cornett will inbound to Malik Ware. And Ware will dribble it up, working against Barone. Ware over to Evans. Evans hangs down low, back out to Ware. Malik lets it fly. That's off. Good shot selection, though, by Ware. Tucker back here, passing it around. Capel had the buzzer beater at the end of the first half. Here's a three-point shot, and it's good by Victor Parson. And now it's picked off. Sloppy pass there, inside, bucket by Parson again. 66-48 as Coach Duino takes a quick glance at the scoreboard. 2.5 minutes left, and it's taken away again. Back-to-back turnovers there, but now backcourt violation. Oh, boy, I don't know what they were thinking there. As the Cougars will get the ball here. Another substitution coming on here for Averett. That's going to be number 20, Sully Gay. Chambers with it. Chambers out of bounds. It was tipped, and it'll stay here with the Cougars. Chambers gets a screen from Cornett. Chambers high floater is off. Ware fights for it, can't get it. And now into transition they go. Tucker into the lane and one. And a rough last few possessions here for the Cougars as lead down to 16 with 2:14 left. A chance to make it 15, and you got to respect the fight here by the Randolph College Wildcats. No quit in these Wildcats as Tucker leading the way. Boy, he's going to be a good player, freshman. Leading scorer here as that one goes out of bounds off of Cox.
Number 3, Camden Taylor checking in for the Wildcats. And coming out of the Cougars, number 35, DeMarcus Tucker.
So Gay gets it into Ware. And Ware will stutter step. Against Barone. Ware double teamed, and he's fouled by Barone. 2:05 left. And 2 free throws coming up here from Malik Ware. Not necessarily the worst thing in the world is stopping the clock and hoping for some missed free throws. Take a miracle for the Wildcats to pull this one out, but never say never. Ware's first free throw is good. Tucker, quick break. He comes back in. Camden Taylor will exit. And Ware's second free throw is good. 2 big free throws there. Gets the lead back up to 18. 2 minutes left. Avion Tucker Into the corner. K pulls three is good. Wildcats trying to pull off something miraculous here as the Cougars really just need to keep the ball. And now it's taken away. Capel, pump fake, gets the layup. And it's a 13-point game with 90 seconds left. And the Cougars just kind of limping to the finish line here. Just got to hold on to the ball. Chambers with it. And he will surely take all these 20 seconds off. DeMarcus Tucker into the game. Chambers out to Tylen Evans. Gay. Sully Gay getting pressed. 7 seconds left. Chambers with the ball. Looking for a dagger. Can't get it. And the rebound goes to Tucker. Evans. And once again, Averett will just wind this clock down. 1 minute left here. And Averett's going to pull away with this one. Chambers inside the lane. Layup is good. 30-second timeout by Averett. It'll stay here as they lead 70-55. This was almost a 30-point game at one point here in the second half. It was cut down to 13. And Averett is going to come away with this one, barring something unforeseen. Take a look at road ahead here for the Cougars as Randolph tonight. Looks like that one's going to be a dub. And then you've got at Eastern Mennonite, 2 p.m. And then at Guilford, 2 conference road games. Cougars look to improve to 3-1 in the conference this season. Trying to make some noise in the ODAC playoffs and potentially compete for a ODAC championship. Try to get into the big dance. March Madness. We're about halfway through the season. We'll see if they can do it. 50 seconds left. Pass into the middle. Here's a layup. That is off the mark. And into the hands of Ware. Back to Chambers. This is going to be the 3rd straight win for Averett. As Tylen Evans into the paint for the basket. Putting a topper on this one. As now Malik Ware. What's this going to be? Malik Ware slams it home. And that's more like it as Averett trying to end on a high note here. 20 seconds left. Whoa, into the paint. That's not going to go. Averett running the break. They can dribble it out. And I believe that's what they're going to do here. Good sportsmanship here by the Cougs. Jalen Chambers will hold on to it, and that'll do it. The Cougars are going to come away with the victory 74-55. And just like that, don't look now, but the Cougars are 10-3. Averett has won 6 of their last 7 games. They're one of the hottest teams in the conference, and teams and fans amongst the ODAC are starting to take notice. The Cougars get a 19-point victory here tonight. And Randolph just continues to slide down. They are now 4-10 and 0-5 in the conference. Cougars got some scoring from a plethora of players. Tobias Bracey didn't have a great night, but Jackson Sellers picked it up. Some guys like Malik Ware come in and step up big time, but that'll do it here for everyone at the Averett Sports Network. My name is Thomas Heaney III. So long. Cougars get the win. They're 10-3. We'll see you on the next one. Inside the paint, layup is good. Nice floppy there to Chambers. Chambers moving it inside. Chambers, good screen there by Fitzgerald. Chambers inside, got on the shot clock, moving it inside the paint. Here's Bird off, and Bird fights for it. Stevens gets it. Stevens rises up and puts up top. Stevens lets it rip and connects. Okay. Into the corner, back up to Scogan. Inside to Stevens, and Stevens put and inside to Sellers. Sellers banging down low. That's a big body. Tylen Evans sets the screen. Chambers makes a move inside.